Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Okay, we just need to get into this video. I have tried to start this video literally 7 or 8 times at this point, and I get like a minute or two in and I start getting real nervous. So here's the deal. I feel like this video is probably one of the most important videos that I've ever done. Number 2, I'm nervous because I don't want to offend anybody. Yesterday, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, it's kind of a preview of what I'm doing over here today. I shared my personal experience. I shared about the initiative that I'm working on today, the collaboration that I'm doing, and I asked for you guys to share your personal stories. The overwhelming amount of you that shared personal stories of what you had gone through, what you are currently going through, just brought me to tears last night. I just want to say thank you so much. This experience has been so much more to me than I thought it would be. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I am doing the No One Runs on Empty challenge, which is an initiative that Gleaners Food Bank of Indianapolis is doing to bring awareness to food insecurity throughout the state. And it is also with Andretti Racing. I read the whole situation yesterday. I read the whole thing yesterday, but I will read it again. In 2021, Gleaners Food Bank of Indiana is on the fast track to accelerate awareness of food insecurity throughout central Indiana through their No One Runs on Empty initiative. Launched in July 2020, the campaign will come to a peak during this year's 105th running of the Indianapolis 500 presented by Gamebridge. The campaign is funded by a $1 million matching grant from Group 1001 and Get Go and backed by a partnership with Andretti Autosport. For the upcoming Indianapolis 500 on May 30th, Marco Andretti will carry the Gleaners name and mission on his number 98 NTT IndyCar Series to highlight the awareness strategy and drive the community to donate at gleaners.org. I am listing all of Gleaners' information in the comment section below. If you would like to donate, that would be fantastic. I am really just asking you to do this challenge with me, if not today, whenever, to educate ourselves and to bring awareness to food insecurity. And I think really just to make each and every one of us feel a little bit more grateful that every day we have the privilege, those of us that do, have the privilege to go and get whatever we want to eat. Now, I have to tell you, when this originally was brought to my attention, this collaboration, which it is a collaboration that I was paid for, I want to tell you, I did not feel comfortable doing this sponsorship collaboration, whatever you want to call it, and accepting any money for it. So I have donated 100% of all the proceeds to Gleaners Food Bank. I didn't even see the money. The money never came to me. It went straight from the person that contacted me to Gleaners Food Bank. I'm also donating money on top of that. But when I was contacted about this, these were the thoughts that went through my head, honestly. I don't know why I'm getting so emotional about this. The last 24 hours, I've really been in my head a lot. Just thinking about how blessed I am. And it's really like my gratitude list this morning that I wrote down was really just like, you know, thank God for food, hot food, water, plumbing, a toilet, a bed to sleep in, a safe place to sleep, and I didn't expect to have the experience that I did, and I really haven't even started it, and it's just one day out of my life. But when I started thinking about doing this, I thought, well, this is going to be easy. Like, I only eat one day a week, or one day, time a day, right? Like, I only eat in the evening. From the time that I have gotten up today, I have thought about, well, this sounds good, or that sounds good, or whatever, you know? And what I realized was, it's not so much about the fact that I only eat one time a day. It's the fact that I can eat whenever I want. I can go wherever I want to eat. So if I want to eat 6 times a day, I can eat 6 times a day. It's that wanting, that desire, you know, in the pit of your stomach and in your heart for something that you can't have. And so there's so much more that goes along with this, and I realized I literally have thought about everything from not being able to have toothpaste to toilet paper, that if I was homeless and I was living in my car, to having to go into the same gas station every day and humble myself enough to use their toilet, or where would I go, you know, to, would I be willing to go to a shelter? Would I feel safe enough to go to a shelter? You know, on and on and on. And I I've just been like in this perpetual state of thinking about this all day. So I woke up today and I went into the bathroom to go brush my teeth. I didn't even think about it. And I pulled my toothbrush out, and I was and the dogs were running around me, and I put toothpaste on the toothbrush, and then I looked at it and I was like, you didn't buy water. You didn't buy water last night. So I haven't brushed my teeth, and I put the toothbrush down, walked downstairs, and took the dogs out. And when I came in, you know, they're running around. I always give them a treat when they come in from going outside, from being good boys. My dogs bring me so much joy. And I've heard so many people say that, you know, I've heard just callous statements made about people that, well, if you can't afford to take care of yourself, then you shouldn't be able to take care of a pet and things like that. Basically implying that people that are low income or don't have enough money don't have the compassion to take care of a pet, which is just like, it's such crap. So I was like, okay, I have to really see this from the point of view that I have 2 dogs and I'm not going to refuse them their treat this morning, right? So I gave them their 2 treats, but thankfully I knew of this organization. My friend Melissa is very, very involved in an organization in Indianapolis, which I want to bring attention to as well, which is called Fido. And Fido is Friends of Indianapolis Dogs Outside. A lot of what they do is they go around and they help people fence in their yards that have outside dogs. But one of the things that they do is that they also have, it says on here, homes visited this year, 222, fence projects this year, 51, pounds of food provided this year, 32,820. Fido is a nonprofit organization founded in 2005 that focuses on helping dog owners to improve the quality of life for the outside dogs. Our specific mission is to help dogs find alternatives to continuous chaining as a method of dog containment. Additionally, we provide options to encourage owners to bring their dogs inside and make them part of the family. We offer guidance and temporary assistance to owners who are willing to work alongside us to improve their dog's quality of life. And I will list Fido's information below. But they also have a dog pantry. And their dog pantry is absolutely fantastic. And it says underneath here, each month we open our warehouse to provide dry dog and cat food to those in need for $2. Okay, what they don't tell you is that for $2, they also provide dog beds, cat scratchers, treats, things like that. So I tried to figure it out, and I feel like 50 cents of my $10.50 would go towards my dogs today. I don't know why I'm so emotional about this. I just sat there this morning and I thought, you have it so good. You have it so fantastic, you know? Last night on my vlog, I went in and I talked. This is going to be a longer video than I thought it was. It's probably not what these people asked for. They thought, God, we just want an Instagram picture, you know? Well, with Peter Monn, you get all kinds of tears and crying and whatever. On my vlog last night, I talked at length, and I have talked at length before, about the importance of coffee to me. For those of you that don't know, I have been sober since December 17th of 1994. And the day that I woke up in the hospital, in the treatment facility, and I walked out to the nurse, who just happened to be my neighbor lady growing up, I wanted to leave, and she said, you're really, really sick. I had tested positive across the board on everything. On a drug screen, my vitals were crazy. I almost didn't make it. And so she handed me my pack of cigarettes, and she said, go in the lounge, have a cup of coffee, and sit down. And I remember walking into the lounge, and the detox unit at that time, where they had a lounge, was the only place that had caffeinated coffee. And so I sat down, and I looked outside the window. It was like blizzard conditions outside. I knew I wasn't going anywhere. There was like one woman sitting in the lounge with me. It's crappy TV playing Jerry Springer or something, or a soap opera. I don't even remember. And I made myself a cup of coffee in a styrofoam cup, and for the first time in a long time, I felt human, you know? Like, just sitting there, like, I felt human. And whenever I go to meetings, because I'm very involved in a 12-step program, and I have a cup of coffee in a styrofoam cup, I feel human again. And several years ago, I started going to what we call Skid Row meetings. And I had grown up in recovery going to meetings where when you go there just is coffee. And the donations that you make to the basket they go buy the coffee, and there just is coffee every week. There's somebody that makes coffee, you know. That might be your job, that might be the chairperson's job, but there's always coffee. And I started going to meetings where if you wanted coffee, you had to buy coffee from the coffee shop, and people would buy a pot of coffee for the entire meeting so that people could enjoy it. And it made me really look at coffee in a completely different way. And so this morning, I was going through all these emotions, you know, and I was like, okay, I want a cup of coffee. So I actually Googled what gas station has the cheapest coffee for what you get. And it was a tie between Speedway and Shell Station, which is across the street. So I just went into Shell Station, and I spent part of my money on, I think it was $1.49, which came to $1.62 on a cup of coffee. I also thought that I could use the cup later. So I have left now, hold on a second. Oh, I have $8 and 25, 35, 36, 37, 38 cents left. This experience so far has been so phenomenal for me. It's made me realize that food insecurity is not just about, well, I only eat one time a day, or I can make this work because I'm going to buy like these bars, or I'm going to, you know, because I already thought, well, I'll go get a loaf of bread and I'll do this, and I'll get some soup, and I'll get a big jug of water. I haven't taken my medicine today. I have epilepsy. I haven't taken my medicine because I don't have any water to drink. Which puts things in perspective as well, you know? It's like, I was starting to think about, like, people, you know, like, where do you get your medicine? I mean, even if you knew of these resources, you would have to really think ahead to go and do all this stuff. It's not just about food insecurity, you know? It's about, it affects every area of your life, and I never really had any idea. And I think, most of all, just making somebody feel like they're human, you know, that they matter. And that makes me sad. And so anyway, so many people gave me suggestions based on their own experience yesterday, and I just want to I want to say some thank yous to some people. So many of you that since this point that have left messages have said some fantastic things, but I just want to say, She Dreams in Digital, thank you for sharing your story. She shared a phenomenal story. Mama Deb, she shared so much. I appreciate it. There was another one on here. Hold on a second. Where was it? Oh, shoot. I screenshot a bunch of them. CC Wolf. She shared a lot. Heather shared a lot. And I just want to say to Heather, who shared a really personal story about what's going on with her right now, I just want to say thank you so much. I just sat there and read your message and sobbed. Please contact me. Email me. Anyway. Alright, so people shared with me about getting stuff at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree, and I'm also going to go to Aldi, and then I will show you guys what I got. Man, when I sat down here, I think this is why I was afraid to make this video, because I think deep down inside, I knew I was just going to be a bawling mess of tears. I really didn't expect it on this level. So let's see how the rest of the day goes. And I love you guys. Okay, I'm back. And I just went into Dollar Tree, which was a really interesting experience. So I guess I thought $8 was going to last me enough to go to Dollar Tree and to go to Aldi, but that's not the case. And so when I went in there, here was my plan. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in here with the attitude that I would actually be eating 3 meals or several times a day when I was hungry, but I wanted it to be healthy things. I mean, it's really easy to go into Dollar Tree and buy a bunch of crap, to buy a $1 thing of chips or $1 that or whatever, but to eat healthier, and on top of that, I'm a vegetarian, to eat vegetarian, and to constantly think about things. So it was interesting. The first thing that well, here, let me show you my bags first of all, so I can get a little bit of a thumbnail. The first thing I wanted was water. So I went in the very back, and the only water that they had were these 6 bottles. I thought they would have like a big jug, but they had these 6 bottles. Everything was $1. My bill came to exactly $8. So I have exactly, what did I say? 35, 36, 37, 38 cents left. So I got this water. That was the first thing that I bought. And then while I was shopping in there, I was hungry. I was like, I'm really hungry right now. I mean, this really put it in perspective for me that I can't just like go and roll through someplace, you know, and through Taco Bell or, you know, make a Totino's pizza at home. I really was thinking about, well, what if you didn't have a place to make this stuff? You know, what if you didn't have a can opener? What if you didn't have a microwave or a stove? Like, how would you make this stuff? So I was hungry and I was like, okay, the next meal that I'm going to probably be eating is in a couple hours. So I bought this Boost, which is just a muscle health and energy drink that has 20 grams of protein. I mean, it's not even, I've had these before. It's not even something that I really like. And I think that's the other thing. It's nothing that I got today. I mean, I was impressed that I was able at Dollar Tree to get what I did. But nothing is anything that I would be real excited about, if that makes sense. So I got this to drink. That was $1. I had put this back because the person in front of me, I thought there was tax on this. I didn't realize there was no tax on it. So I put it back because I didn't think that I had enough money for that, but I did. So I got the Boost drink. And then somebody had I don't know who recommended the Dollar Tree to me, but I just want to say thank you so much. Somebody had recommended getting a loaf of bread, so I just got a loaf of bread. I thought, well, you know, worst case scenario, I can have like a piece of bread. But I was thinking to myself, you really want to have just bread for 3 meals a day, right? Like, that's going to be really fun. So I was looking at the different granola bars, and I got this Select Choice 6 granola bars, oat and honey. They're 100 calories each. But like, I can feel how they're really small. I can feel that they're really small. So I got those to kind of get me through the day whenever I was hungry. And then I was thinking for like breakfast, what would I eat? So I got a can of pineapple chunks and light syrup. But the only cans that I could get in there, I had to get cans that didn't have can openers, because obviously I wouldn't have a can opener unless I spent $1 at the dollar. I'm sure I could have bought a can opener for $1, but and then I was thinking about dinner. I was like, okay, you know, usually my dinner is the more substantial of the meal. And somebody had recommended Spaghettios. And so Spaghettios I can eat. They are vegetarian. They have the pull tab on top of them. And I guess I would just eat them cold. I just wouldn't eat them. I've eaten Spaghettios cold before. So, and that honestly would be kind of, I mean, it's let's see, 170 calories per cup. I mean, it's not super nutritious, but it's something. And then I bought these Goya black beans, which I like black beans, but it's not my favorite to sit there and just eat a can of black beans. And then I was thinking, well, you're just going to have bread all day long. You're going to want something on it. So I went back and I thought, well, for sure they're going to have, you know, a jar of peanut butter for $1. And I thought, well, that would be easy because I could just tuck peanut butter into everything. But they didn't have jars of peanut butter. They only had these Jif to go. These 3 individual cups, which are this small, but I thought at least that way I could make like a peanut butter sandwich with my bread. So that's what I got. I mean, can I do it? Sure. Is it healthy? Somewhat, kind of. Is it just getting by? You know, and the honesty is, like, when I was sitting there and I was like looking at everything in the store, I can't tell you how many things I like put in my basket, put back, put in my basket, put back. Because I was like, I wouldn't, like, this isn't something that I would really want. And I mean, I can't tell you how many times I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, trying to make sure that I had enough money for everything. Which I never think about that, you know, when I go to the grocery store. I just put it in the basket. That for me was a moment in the store that I was like, you literally go and buy what you want, you know? And I don't think I'm somebody that's an overspender. I don't know, this experience for me, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna put this video up because I want to get it up. But I'm gonna come back tomorrow and I will share my thoughts on having gone through the whole day and what that was like. It really, to be honest with you, like, the food part of it, and this is just one day, I mean, and this isn't even real for me, you know? I mean, I can't even imagine if this were my life, you know? God. I have so much to be grateful for in my life. And for those of you that shared stories with me, I just want to say, I'm sending you prayers and love. And I mean, what do you have at the end of the day? You have 38 cents left. It's really not, to me, it wasn't about the food so far yet. It was about, like, when I was standing in there, it was just such a humbling experience to think, what if this was every single day, you know? And then on top of that, thinking that, like, every day you're going into Dollar Tree and, you know, I'm somebody from back in the day that when I drank, I didn't go to the same liquor store every single day because I didn't want people talking about me. There he is again, you know? And I think I would think there has to be some humility that comes along with that as well, you know? And even just going to the food pantry, how hard that would be just to walk through that door. I'm feeling very blessed right now. I'm feeling very blessed. And thank you guys for watching this video. And I will let you know tomorrow. Tomorrow will just be kind of like my thoughts about my whole experience with all of it. So anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you then. Bye.